All right. I'm the warm-up guy, so you guys will be ready to go by the time Mitt gets up here. All right, I'm just kidding. Let's pray.
In the hours before Mitt Romney was set to speak at a rally in Flint, Michigan on Saturday, his staff members were a blur of activity. The seats were in place and the lights were set up hours in advance. They were even putting together a live debt clock. When the voters arrived, the staff had a plan for who would sit where. This rally was at a college, so students, in matching T-shirts and Romney stickers naturally, were tasked with providing the backdrop. They even got free pizza.
You got sausage right here. This is cheese, or was pepperoni down there.
Kettering University. Wow, it's good to be here with you today.
When Mr. Romney took the stage, he wasted little time in making use of his ready-made backdrop.
You realize, of course, that number up there, 15 trillion, those that are my age in this room, we're not going to be paying that back. You're paying that.
That's the Romney approach in a nutshell, trying to plan the inherently chaotic campaign trail down to the very last detail. But even with all of their obsessive planning, they still can't control everything. That truth was on full display Friday after a widely promoted speech to the Detroit Economic Club was moved to Ford Field, the home of the Detroit Lions.
Capital gains, interest, and dividends.
Mr. Romney was surrounded by a giant empty stadium normally meant to seat 65,000. Not a good visual for the campaign, and, fair or not, the criticism overshadowed the content of his speech.
We encourage productivity.
In Flint the following day, the Romney campaign heeded the lessons of Ford Field. That event took place in a large room, a college gymnasium, but room dividers kept the empty area safely out of range of the TV cameras. The Romney campaign is very focused on its image, even trying to control what photographers produce. They prefer wider angles, showing the Romneys surrounded by a crowd, to close-ups. Barriers keep the press at the back of the room at many events these days, and the campaign sometimes sets up a ladder to assist photographers in capturing the so-called wide shot.
Rick Santorum.
The contrast is stark with Rick Santorum, Mr. Romney's chief rival right now. At a Tea Party event on Saturday, Mr. Santorum walked into a room with almost no lighting, leading to much less flattering images.
Talk a little bit here, we'll shake some hands.
But it's still a tight race, even with Mr. Romney's organizational edge. His chance at the nomination will likely hinge not on the fanfare around the candidate, but with Mr. Romney himself, not to mention his ability to relate to average voters.
I got to tell you, it just breaks my heart to see any American that's really struggling. And there are a lot of Americans in trouble right now.
Either way, his organizational machine just keeps on humming. Workers had already begun breaking down and readying for the next campaign stop before Mr. Romney had even left Flint.